And we are live. Welcome to another episode of AB Traffic Combat. And today we're going to be talking about Stephan Fulton. Stephan Fulton recently had an interview with AndreWard. They sat down for about an hour and they talked, and Stephan Fulton opened up a lot. I didn't really expect that. I never really watched any of his other interviews, so I didn't really expect anything when I sat down to watch this interview. But it was one of the greatest interviews I ever heard from a boxer. I mean, he completely opened up. He said a lot of personal things, and you just don't hear that a lot. It's very rare. But he opened up a little bit about what happened behind the scenes when he lost to Naoya Inoue. He explains how his phone stopped ringing so much. A lot of people stopped hanging around him, and just the attention that he used to have and all the love wasn't there anymore because he lost. And he opened up about this specific situation about his mother, and I don't mean any disrespect. I don't want to disrespect his mother in any way, but I just want to shed some light on this situation because I know this happens to a lot of people, and people just don't open up about it. And it doesn't have to be about their mother, it could be friends and other family members. But it's rare that you hear these stories because people usually are not open about it. They just try to ignore and forget about it. But I'm gonna play the clip and then I want to talk about it a little bit more.
You know, my sister was crying about it, whatever the case may be. Then they're like, mommy called us, right? Like in the midst of it happening. Like I wasn't out. Like I wasn't, the fight wasn't over yet, but in the midst of me getting dropped the first time, she called my sisters and said, damn, they go to my house.
Oh, I read about
yeah,
that.
so that one cut me deep because like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I cried about that. And plenty of times I felt like I hated her, but I know I didn't.
That's heavy.
Yeah.
That's heavy.
It is. That's
heavy.
something to say. Because, you know, I look at it like, I always wanted that relationship with my mom. Like, I'm watching all my, so I used to always lean onto my peers, like my friends and stuff like that. Because I see how their relationship is with their family. I never had a relationship like that. My family, all they did was argue, fight one another. My dad used to always say, like, why y'all argue so much like y'all hate one another? But that's how we was raised. So when that happened, that just took a piece out of me. Yeah, that just took a piece out of me. I'm like, damn, you supposed to be like, I'm supposed to be able to come to my mom and cry on my mom's shoulder. You know, be feeling like somebody that can nurture me. You know what I'm saying? Even as a grown man, we still need those things. Not to that severity as a kid, but you know, we still need that shoulder, that woman. That's the role that the wife take on now at that point.
So yeah, like you heard, his sisters got a call during the fight before the fight was even finished, and it was his mom saying, there goes her house, the house that he paid for. You know, when you think about that happening to you, it's a little heartbreaking because you want to call your mom and you want to hear encouragement. You want to hear, like, you know, keep your head up. You don't want to hear about finances, and you definitely don't want to hear her saying that she's going to lose her house because you lost. Then he tried to throw a little jab in there, like, you know, that's why your wife replaces that, you know, replaces the place of your mother when it comes to, you know, emotional situations. You know, he's just saying that your wife replaces your mother place. And I felt like that was a little jab. It just sounds like he didn't feel like that before. He felt like he could go to his mom for anything. But because of what she said and that situation, he just kind of lost all trust for her. Like, you know, the loyalty just been broken. He's out here thinking like, yeah, that's my mom. She loves me because, you know, I'm her son. But now he's probably feeling like, you know, she only loves me because of the money. And it doesn't sound like Stephan Fulton is a bad dude. It sounds like he's a good dude. It sounds like he tries to be a good dude. And it sounds like it's easy for him to be a bad dude, to be disrespectful, to crash out. And he tries so hard to stay on the good route. But situations like this, it's like, damn. And obviously, that just sounds like people who don't know boxing, you know? Just because you lose means that you're going to lose all your money. Nah. It's 2025. Everyone with money, hopefully, has invested their money. so they don't have to work. So I'm hoping that Stephan Fulton has done the right things so he doesn't have to box anymore. He's getting money from so many places. And if that's true, then I feel like that's just a bigger dagger to the heart when you hear that, because it's like, man, I'm doing this because I love the sport. I'm not doing this to pay my mama's house, to be financially stable. I'm doing this because I love the sport, because I want to be great. But the person who should be your number one supporter is looking at this like a money grab. This is heartbreaking. I just wanted to shed some light. I don't mean any disrespect. I don't want to disrespect or come in between family drama when it comes to anybody. I just felt like people should know about the situation because I know it happens to a lot of people. And like I said, it's probably not your mother's, maybe a friend or family members. But a lot of people stay quiet about this. But this is what success brings. But that's all I got for you. Don't forget to drop a like, a subscribe, a comment, a share. Do all that good stuff for me. Until next time.